How's it going, everybody? So I have a really bad habit on this channel of building really cool tools like the forge and never actually using them in a project on the channel. So today I wanted to forge something. I keep forging things off camera, just little things around the house that I need, little drawer pulls, that kind of stuff, but I haven't done much on the channel, so I wanted to make a neck knife today. Now I'm hoping the audio doesn't sound too bad on this video. I'm going to have a fan going the entire time. It's about 90 degrees outside today, and with the forge going at probably close to 2,000 degrees, it's going to get really hot in here. So if that comes across on the audio, you're going to have to deal with it, because that's the best I can do right now. So let's go ahead and light up the forge and get this going. There we go. Okay, so one of the things that I learned from the video where I built the forge is I had a couple people tell me in the comments that propane does settle. So if I have any propane that comes out of here, it's going to go onto the floor and it's going to find the lowest spot in the shop, and it's probably just going to sit there unless you blow it out or get rid of it in some way. So you have to be really careful because it will collect in the low spots and it can ignite and it can basically set your garage on fire. You don't want to do that. You have to be very careful of that when working with propane. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, now that it's out here, I'm trying to straighten everything out. There, I'm going to go ahead and start isolating the front here. I forgot how difficult it was to forge while filming. My camera keeps dying because it's overheating. It's about, according to my thermometer, it's about 100 degrees in here, and I guess that's enough for my camera to stop working. So I'm not going to be able to catch quite everything, so hopefully everything works out well enough. Okay, I already rounded off all of this piece here. There we go. I'm going to put it in one more time, then we can start working on the blade, and then we can start working on the handle. Steak bag. That was totally worth it. I'll be back with you in just a second. I'm gonna finish this. Okay, so I could keep fine-tuning this for the next couple days, but I think it's good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and run it through a couple more cycles, and then I'm gonna go ahead and quench it. Okay, one of the things I noticed about this after I had forged it is I actually need a little bit of a gap in the center of this, and I didn't make one. However, grabbing it right here is, I already set this up for a finger hold, but I forgot to make the space. So my plan is to try to hammer on this a little bit and open it up. And then when I open it up, I'm gonna try and see if I can knock this down a little bit. I'm going to pull this out and fix the handle real quick. There we go. Oh, not bad. That works pretty well. And I got a little bit of a gap in there. Okay, in a second I'm going to pull this thing out, and if it's a dull red, I'm going to go ahead and quench it. Now I know you're not supposed to use used motor oil, but that's what I have. It's either that or water. I figure the water is better than nothing, and the used motor oil is better than the water. And I don't have any high-speed quench, or I got none of that. So go ahead and yell at me in the comments if you want. All right, here we go. Oh, cool. Let's not breathe that in. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna do it at about 300 degrees. I keep getting comments in my comment section about my oven. We'll do 350. Yes, everyone needs a shop oven. I don't know why more people don't have ovens in their shop, but you sort of need one. You can actually get these things for free, especially the electric ones. They seem to be on the side of the road all the time, and since they don't have to look nice, it really doesn't matter. Shop oven! Get one. Alright, so this is the blade now that it's all been tempered and cooled down and everything, and it's ready to be sharpened, but before I do that, I want to make the sheath for it. The sheath is going to be an integral neck holster. It's basically going to be a neck knife is what it's going to be. So I have an option at this point to either clean up the knife or just leave it as it is, and I'm going to leave it as it is just because I think it looks cooler, quite honestly. And before I sharpen it, I got to make the sheath. So I'm going to focus on this. Now I already made up this template here, and I think this is going to work really well. The way this works is I have the two halves of the sheath that are going to have an integral necklace basically on it. And so I'm going to have to put this on here. Whoops. Well, I already messed that up. So I don't actually know much about leather dyes. So I'm just going to be throwing this on here. I'm using this moccasin brown. Hopefully it looks pretty good. Okay, so there is the sheath. This first hole ripped out, so I'm gonna have to figure out something else to do with that. But this knife fits in there perfectly. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything fancy here. I'm just going to put an edge on it. So it definitely cuts, but it also tears a little, and I think part of that might have been the quench, and part of that may have been the fact that this is an old piece of suspension. It's a spring out of a car, basically, and there's no telling exactly what kind of steel that is. So between the unknown steel and my inability to heat treat properly, and the fact that I probably used the wrong kind of oil, I think this is still a pretty cool knife. It is slick. So basically the way this thing works is you hook it on here, and then it slides in, and the idea is that it can't really bounce out, and even if it was to bounce out, it would still be hooked on. So you just hook it, and then it just slots right in. And then it's a neck knife, and it'll be there. So I did design this thing as a neck knife, but of course you could put it any kind of place. You could put it on a backpack, you could obviously carry it with you, you could keep it as sort of a pocket knife on your belt. There's a lot of different ways of carrying something like this. To tell you the truth, I'll probably end up putting this on my backpack for now until I figure out what else I want to do with it, but this was absolutely a fun project. I think it looks absolutely slick. Anyway, if you guys like this project, let me know by giving the video a thumbs up. It always helps out the channel when you guys do that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time.